What do you want to do tonight, Xavier?
Work.
No, we're doing a corny camp skill.
Oh.
Okay. Tonight, we're going to learn how to light a Coleman stove. Do you have any idea how to light a Coleman stove?
With determination.
All right. So what we have here is a Coleman stove 2-burner. Okay? It works on naphtha. The reason that I bought this in 92, I think it was, 92, 93, at a Canadian Tire. A little plug there. So what I like about these is it'll work in very cold climates. Right? So it'll even if it's cold out, it'll work. So if you take it in the wintertime or something like that, it'll work perfectly. Remember we were talking about the bottle ones? They don't work too well when it gets really cold out. Yeah. So this will work very well. Okay, so what it consists of. So you've got, of course, you're going to have naphtha, some fuel. So it takes naphtha. Doesn't take the other types. So when you open it up, you've got windshields, which are adjustable. There's these little tabs here. You can go on each side, and you can adjust your windshield. So we use that just to block the wind so it doesn't affect the flames, okay? I'm just gonna leave it open so we can work at it. It's got the grill. The grill comes out, all right? Then you've got your 2 burners. You've got your fuel tank. Okay. On the side here, you have a key there to open and close your second burner. Because when you start it up, it starts with the first burner, and if you want to open the second one, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. But always make sure before you light it that this is closed. Okay? What I've seen, what's that?
Or else what?
I'll explain to you. I've seen it happen. This has been open, like this is open, you light this one. So what's happening now is if that's open, some of the fuel is transferring over. So sooner or later you'll get a buildup of fuel, and poof, you'll have a bit of a fireball. Okay, so make sure it's turned off. Okay, let's fill up the tank before we go any further. Let's talk about the tank a bit. Okay, so parts of the tank. So you've got the on-off knob. You've got, it's like a choke in a car. So you put this up to light, and once it's going very well, then you put it back down. Okay, you got the cap, and you've got your pump on the side here. We'll talk about the pump a little bit later. I'll show how to do maintenance there on it.
Wait, so that's like a toggle on and off for gas flow?
Not really gas flow. So what it'll do is it'll help to put more air in the system. So when you're trying to light it, it'll be not more air, more fuel in the system. So it'll be more rich. It'll burn easier.
Okay, so you flip that up when you're using it, but then down when you're not.
No, you flip it up to light it.
Oh.
You flip it down when it's burning well.
Oh, okay.
So this will put more fuel into the system to be able to light it. And then once it's running good, you push it down and it'll burn more, not purely, but more economic, like it'll burn better.
Okay.
The flame will burn better. Okay, let's fill this up. So you open it up. Now, it's under pressure. Usually it's under pressure. So when you open this up, you want to go slow and you'll hear the pressure come out. Oh, there's no pressure in it. Usually you hear a psst. So you want
the fumes?
Yeah, so you want to open it slowly, because if it's very full and it's under pressure and you open it, there'll be fuel that'll spit out at you. The newer tanks are kind of fun. When you go to fill them up, you can actually sit it on its back like that. So when you go to fill it up, it'll be a lot easier. Now,
that's one of the newer tanks?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And we only use naphtha to put in here.
How come?
Because it's made to burn naphtha. It's not made to burn. If you put gasoline or kerosene in it, it won't burn very well. It'll burn very dirty. It won't be, you'll have lots of troubles with it, okay? So only naphtha. Now, if you look at we have a spout here that's got a little point on it. So it's made to go into these little holes in that. If you don't, you need a funnel to be able to help you fill. So we're not going to put a whole bunch in there tonight. We're just going to put a bit, just to be able to make sure that we can light it up. Now, if you spill a bit of this while you're filling it up, don't worry about it. I'll put a bit more. Like I just spilt a bit there around the sides. You can see. And what'll happen is, we'll close that back up. We'll just let this sit aside for a couple of seconds and it'll evaporate. Okay. So the fuel, we got a bit of fuel. So we got a bit of fuel that came out when I was filling it. So as I'm talking here, by the time we're going to be able to use it, it will have evaporated. So the important thing is to close up your tank when you're done. Because remember I talked about that'll evaporate, so this will evaporate too. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Whenever we're going to be lighting it, you don't want to have your big tank of gas close to your stove as you're lighting it. So if you're outside and that, go somewhere further away to fuel up and then bring it back over to where you're going to light it. Okay, let's go and set this up.
Naphtha smells exactly like the water at amusement park flume rides.
You know, that's weird enough. It does too a bit, doesn't it?
All I could think about was Splash Mountain when you were pouring that stuff.
Okay, so here's a trick that I teach people when they're using this. Watch carefully. So there's a handle here, right? We lift up the handle a bit, push that notch down, lift up the handle to the top. Okay. Now, when you're going to put in your tank, there's a hole in the front. There's a hole in the front here. You're going to put, and I'll give it to you in a second so you can do it yourself. And then there's two little holes here that clip onto that. So you stick your tank in, and you put them in there, and you light that up. Now, remember we had the handle up? Very important to have the handle up. You bring the handle down. So now, if you're manipulating the stove, you can have your fingers on the handle and your thumb on the tank, and it will hold it together.
Smart.
Okay? So here, you give it a whirl. Handle up. And then, is it in? Yeah.
Yep.
Handle down. Put the handle. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Next step in lighting this up, we have to pressurize the tank. So that, because if we just turned it on now, the fuel won't flow because there's no pressure in there to push the fuel in. So we got to push some air into the tank. So I'm going to explain hang on there. So it has a little lock mechanism on it. So you give it half a turn to unscrew and it unlocks it. So now you can pump it. And when you're going to pump it, 2 fingers like that, and then your thumb, you see there's a little hole there.
Yep.
On the end of it.
You
so
got to put it on there.
You put it on there. So pump in, take your thumb out, push up.
Yeah.
In,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. Okay. So give that some. Now, remember what I said? This handle here? Put your hand there, your thumb on the tank, and now you can pump. So that holds the tank to the stove as you're pumping. Pump it a whole bunch until it starts to get a bit stiff. You'll see a difference in you'll feel different as you're going in. There you go. You see it's starting to get a bit more stiff? That's good. Okay, that's good. So push it all the way in. Now lock it. Important to lock it back up again. There you go. The lock's in place.
Jinx.
Okay. Now we leave the grill off to the end. Okay, we're going to light it and we're going to leave the grill off until we get ready. So very important. We've talked about this before in other stoves. What do you light first? Do you turn the gas on there first, or do I turn this on? Do I light my match first?
Well, you turn on the gas first.
No, never.
Okay, then how's the fire gonna start?
So I'm going to explain to you. If you've got matches,
oh, I see what you mean now.
and you turn this on, so it's going psss, oh my god, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Finally you get one going, woof. Okay, the stove will bark at you, woof. So, important. Right, you got to remember, don't forget to flip that up when you're going to light. So then we light our match, we turn it on, and it'll start to hiss. There we go. Poof. So you heard it hissing a bit because it had to bring the fuel through the system. Okay. So the way that this works is very ingenious. So you're looking at it and you can see the rod here goes over top. We've got to pump it up a bit, so I put my hand on there. Once you get it going, pump it up a bit more. And you can see the flame. When you need to pump it, you'll be able to tell.
There you go, I flipped that. Oh, wait. Stop.
See what happened? You flipped it too soon. Flip it back up.
Sorry, I thought you were supposed to put it down after
You let it heat up first, and I'm going to explain to you what happens with this. So you see this rod, it's called the generator. It goes over top the flame. What's happening here is the fuel is coming up and is going through the generator. And what it does when it goes over the flame, it heats up the fuel. So it's a liquid state when it comes up into here, but once it gets heated up, it turns into what state?
Gas.
A gas. A gas burns much better than a solid fuel. So when it comes back up, it goes into here. Now it's more of a gas, and it'll burn blue. Yes, now you can put that down.
Okay, yeah, but why did that happen when I turned this thing back down too early?
It wasn't hot enough yet.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're going to light it.
Okay.
So pump it up a bit first. Remember, now hang on. Where do you put your hand? Right. There you go. Did you unscrew it? You didn't unscrew it.
Yeah, I did.
Not enough, because I can see you're having trouble. Unscrew it more.
Oh.
Okay, there you go. Whoa, whoa, not too much. Oh. There you go. Now pump it.
Oh,
see?
No, yeah, that was way easier.
And was it stiff because you didn't unscrew it enough?
Oh, okay. Because I thought that if it was unscrewed, then that means that you couldn't bring it further than like this.
Yeah, screw. Okay, keep going. You want to get some good pressure in there. Okay, that's good. Bring it in. Tighten it up. Okay. Turn your little lever up. Okay. Hang on. Light your match first.
That's right.
And I'll get you another one. Hang on, Zav, that one's going out.
I did it.
You got it? Turn it up. Turn it up. Keep turning it up. Good job.
Huzzah.
So now it's burning blue. You can turn down the little lever. There we go. See?
It's blue fire, so that means it's cold. Look, I'll show you. Let me put my finger in there.
No, don't, Zav. Now,
don't put your finger in fires. No. That's my top tip of the day.
Okay, Xavier. Yeah, now I want to talk about the secondary burner. If you want to turn on the secondary burner, you got to turn the first one up high, because as soon as you turn this one on, it'll take some fuel away from that one. Same thing. Make sure this is lit, and then turn on the second one. That one went down a bit. Now you have 2 flames going. And to turn it off, just close it. And you'll be able to tell when you have to pump it up, because you just listen to it. You can hear that. And when you need to pump it up, it'll start. We'll have trouble, and you got to get in there and pump it up. Any questions?
No.
Okay, turn it off. Oh, we didn't put the grill on, but I guess people know how to. So, okay, right there, perfect. You turned it on. You turned it completely off, but there's still a flame. You have to realize this. It'll still stay lit, because what it is you turn the fuel off here, but there's still fuel in the system. So the fuel in the system has to burn off before it'll completely go out. Now,
there it is.
Finally went out. And you might get a smell. Once it finally goes out, you might get a smell. That's just a bit more of the fuel coming, unburnt fuel coming out. You'll get a bit of a smell, and you might hear a bit of a hissing still. Okay, same thing. It's just getting rid of that excess that's in the system. Now you have to, before you put it away, what do you got to do first?
Put away the gas tank?
Let it cool. Don't try to put it away now, because it's hot and you're going to burn yourself. But you put it away the exact same way that you took it out. Okay? When you're going to be ready to put it away, take the grill off. You take off the tank. Now this is very hot. You don't want to touch it. And you put it back inside here, put the grill back on, close it back up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yep.
And it's as easy as that. Lighten the Coleman stove.
Disclaimer, blue fire isn't actually cold. I do not want to get sued over that.
Okay.